Hey everyone, I am Bianca. Thank you for stopping by. I have 6 Dollar Tree DIYs for Christmas to show y'all today. And these are more on the traditional side. I'm doing lots of reds and whites. Let me know which one was your favorite. And also let me know what colors or theme you would like to see next. I've already done like a more modern green, black and white with some gold. If you want to see that, I'll link it below and at the top. And now I'm doing more traditional Christmas DIY, so let me know what you want to see next and let's get started. For the first one, I'm going to be making a box out of these picture frames. I'm using the Dollar Tree Certificate of Achievement ones. So basically the same way you would make a lantern, except this one's going to be bigger. I'm not going to go into too much detail with this because I've done this a million times on my channel and I know y'all probably seen it so many times. It's real simple. I'm just going to remove everything and then you're going to glue all 4 frames together. And I always like to remove the little hardware pieces because you can see them. If I do use them to hold the glass down, you can see them. You can kind of tell it's picture frame. So I remove them and I'm going to go ahead and remove the glass and paint my picture frames white. You can skip this step if the picture frames are already the color that you want, but I want mine white and I couldn't find any white ones at Dollar Tree, so I'm going to go ahead and paint them. Alright, and now I can glue them together. And before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and hot glue the glass into place on each frame. To give it a bottom, I took a piece of foam board from my foam board that I got at Dollar Tree and I'm just going to hot glue it to the bottom of my box. I'm using some dowels on the corners in the inside, that way there's more security on the frames and that they won't fall apart. And I also need to touch up on my white paint on the frames. You can probably tell where the right side of this is. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the dowels once I finish gluing them. The first thing I'm adding is 2 tubes of these Dollar Tree ornaments. One has 15, which are a little bit smaller, and then the other one has 12. I don't know if you can tell, but this thing is huge. I forgot to mention that I laid the frames horizontally instead of vertically like you would normally see. So this thing is really big. And I was going to add some of these LED Dollar Tree lights in here, but I decided not to in the end. I do add the lights right here, but I end up taking them out. So you'll see me add them, and the huge ornament balls that you see on the side, the red and the grayish ones, those were $1 each. And honestly, I thought I got too many, but since this is so big, I should have probably grabbed maybe 2 more. So I have the real pretty gray color. I'm going to add those, the red ones, and then I'll show you the other 2 ornaments I picked up. I woke up this morning, I looked outside my window. The last 2 ornaments that I'm going to add in here are these Dollar Tree LED ornaments, which I've never seen them before. So this is why I decided not to use the LED string lights. It's been such a long time, but tomorrow's Christmas Day, and I am on my way. I'm coming home for Christmas. Yes, I'm coming home to you. Oh, how much I missed you. Wanna spend this day with you. On to the second DIY. I have some foam balls from Dollar Tree. I only ended up using 2 of them and some white poinsettias. I want to make a poinsettia door hanger. To do this, all I had to do was just pull each flower off and then you just stick it into the foam balls. Now, I suggest adding hot glue to each one. So once you stick it where you want it to go, then you pick it back up and add hot glue in the hole, and then you can put your flower back. Now I'm going to add my red in there because I love traditional red Christmas decor. So I have some Dollar Tree red berries I'm going to add, and depending on your theme, you can do different color poinsettias or different flowers. You can do greenery, even different colored berries. So to hang this, I am using some red glittery ribbon. They do have some at Dollar Tree. So what I decided to do was poke a big hole with the end of the stem, and then I'm just going to add hot glue inside of that hole, and then I'm going to stick the end of the ribbon right there, and I'm going to push it back down with that stem. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other end of the ribbon and place that end in the other foam ball. I love this one. It looks way more expensive than what it was to make. So as you can see, I did hang it on some hooks. So this would look great, not just on a door, but also on some farmhouse hooks in your kitchen or in your living room, anywhere. I am making a very simple wreath for this third DIY. I have a green wreath form from Dollar Tree, and I have this ribbon that I have been using since last year. It was from Walmart. Now, my original plan was to pick up the, I believe they're the mop covers at Dollar Tree, which looks like white and fluffy. And I really wanted to do that, guys, but I could not find any. So if you are in luck and you can find it, I think it would look so nice if you're able to make a wreath out of that and just glue it on here. I'm using this Dollar Tree ribbon to make a bow to add to the wreath. So this is how I start off with it. I bring the top down, and then I'm going to pinch the center together, and then you can use any type of string you have, but of course I always tell y'all the easiest thing to use is a pipe cleaner. Once I tie a knot, then I just cut off the excess. So you can leave it like that, but what I'm going to do, which I don't think I've showed y'all this in a really long time, to add to that bow in the center to cover up the twine, I'm going to make a knot. And then once I do that, I'll just cut the excess off and just leaving a little bit at the top and the bottom. And then I will glue the knot right on top of the twine in the center. And then the pieces that are hanging on the top and bottom, you just wrap it in the back and add more hot glue. I'm adding a dovetail to the end of the ribbon by just folding it in half and then cutting it at a diagonal.
So just to spruce up the wreath a little bit more, I'm adding some Hobby Lobby greenery that I have. I'm just cutting off the bottom of the stems and I'm going to glue it right here in the center. And then I'm also going to add some Dollar Tree bells that I will show y'all in a second. I have some Dollar Tree silver bells. They come in a 9-pack. So I have 2 of them that I'm going to add right here. I have them on some string already. I'm just going to hot glue them underneath the greenery. For DIY number 4, I am using some recycled little wooden drawers that you get at Dollar Tree. So as you can see, I have used these before. I am going to place them just like this to make it look like a Christmas tree. First, I am going to paint all of it with my Waverly white chalk paint. I'm using more of the Dollar Tree red ornaments. I'm just adding the little string that it comes with so you can hang it on the box. So just tie a knot, and then when you place it in the box, the string will go at the top and I will add hot glue. Alright, I am going to make a garland with some red and silver Dollar Tree bells. So I have this ribbon that I'm going to lay out, and then I already have another piece of ribbon, and you can change it up if you want to use a different colored string. That would be nice too. So I'm just tying a knot, and then I'm going to tie another knot but around the ribbon. So I'm going to do that for each bell, going in a red and silver pattern. I like that this one was so simple and you can add this anywhere for a Christmas touch. Alright, so for the last one, I'm making a Christmas present decor piece with this old canvas from Dollar Tree that I've been having for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and paint it white. Now I wanted to do the same thing as I mentioned earlier for the wreath. I wanted to add that mop. Honestly, I don't know what it's called. I don't know if it's the mop for a mop head or a mop pad. But it's that white fluffy one that a lot of people are using for Christmas. So I wanted to do that with this and cover it, but again, I couldn't find it, so I'm just going to paint it. You can use any ribbon for this next part. I just have some Dollar Tree ribbon. I'm going to add a piece right here, and then I'm going to turn it and add another piece just to make it look like a real Christmas present. And lastly for this, I'm just going to add a red and silver bell and greenery in the center.
That is it for today. I hope you enjoyed these DIYs. Trying my best to do more DIYs in each video rather than just doing 3. I feel like it's better for you guys. All right, so I hope everyone has a great week. This is the last week of October. Crazy how the year just is flying by. Continue to keep the world in your prayers, and I'll see y'all in the next video.